Hey guys, it's me, PS33. Here we are today on Villa for our 13th video of our Black Ops glitching series. We still have 13 more to go after this, so I hope you guys are really enjoying it so far. Leave some comments on your feedback. We really appreciate hearing what you have to say. So we're going to begin by getting outside the map. You can get outside any corner you want. I just find this one personally seems the best because you can knife people outside the map. And there's a huge area, so if you do breach that, you're not going to go flying off and then fall under the map or anything. It's just a very nice area to begin with, because we're never going to be going to the right of us. We're always going to be going this direction, because the other way, unless you want to make care package stacks of 5 and hop on them, good luck getting around the corner over there, because the death barrier goes so low, and there's no hill over there, so there's nothing that you can really work with. So this way seems to be the best, but I'm not going to fast forward the video just yet. Only because I want you guys to see how this barrier works. As you see, the caravans right now are floating. You will come across a lot of situations like this where this will happen. So you kind of have to get like a stack here almost so you can throw it on the higher level of it. I just want to show you guys that so you can understand like this weird barrier that's going on here. So we're going to start hopping all over here, and then we're going to go around the corner, and we're going to go over there, and then we're going to begin to make a stack and getting inside this one secret room on the back half of the villa. Mansion, I guess you could almost call it. I don't know what you want to call it. But I guess Villa is kind of a mansion, but anyways, come over here. All this, most of this is real ground. You should be able to see the ground. If not, you can lay down and go walk sideways, and you can tell where the real ground's at. But from there, we're only going to take the corner here, begin to make your stack here, and then we're going to get on top of the ledge that you can jump on, as well as I'm going to be showing you inside the secret room, as well as the ledge inside the secret room. So it's pretty cool. So just watch that as I do it. But just wanted to say that I hope you guys are enjoying this, and that people who keep leaving comments saying that we did not find all these glitches, we are well aware of that. We've never claimed any that we've never claimed that we found all of them. I do mention every so often that which ones we have found. I don't mention every single one that we found, because that would just seem like I'm showing off and all that, which I really don't mean to. I just want you guys to have fun and all that. It's just something to talk about while I'm commentating, to let you guys kind of know about history of us, I guess you could say. Just something kind of like an insight on us, just so you know what we're like and all that, what we have accomplished and all that. It's just nice to know like what you kind of like people you're actually watching. I kind of like. That's just my opinion. So we're never not claiming anything. We can say that we have found most of these glitches that we have been posting. Not to show off or anything. I'm just saying that because people keep thinking I'm showing off. I'm not showing off. I'm just saying stuff during my commentaries to like make up some time for the whole video, so you guys aren't just watching here just a video without no commentary. So let's go on about anything that's going on with us. But here's a whole little secret room inside here. It's pretty cool. If you blow yourself up in a grenade down there, you should not blow up your tack, only because it's kind of like a solid mass, so it kind of contains the blast. So when you come over here, basically where you just made your stack, look, check where the real ground is. I just want to check the real ground like that so I could tell. You can kind of look, you can tell by looking, but I just wanted to do that so you guys could see. And we're going to be using, I just kind of risked my tack, that's why I did it. Now we're going to be going over there on that wall, and that kind of like the doorway of that roof. Now I want to show you guys this just for a tiny bit, because this is freaking awkward as hell to throw these care packages. Like, it is really hard to do this. Because you see these care packages, look at all of them where they're placed right now. They're all on these crazy slants and everything. It's really difficult because there's a huge barrier here. You can't go straight at it because the care packages will fall in the road, I believe, so you kind of have to stick to the side, as well as kind of, so you kind of have to stay to the side just because the barrier slopes down. So if you go at the road, they're going to eventually end, so you kind of have to take it wide to the right. Just don't go up too high up the hill, because eventually you will hit the death barrier in the sky. So just kind of keep it to a medium range. You can go up a little higher. The sky barrier pretty much touches the top of the mansion, like the main building in Villa, so if you guys are wondering, get an idea of where the sky barrier is, it's pretty much the height of that. So if you're reaching that height outside here when you're outside the map, then you're going to run into a problem of probably hitting the death barrier, so be very careful on that. I think my friend ends up daring me here to actually, because he knows I'll always end up doing it, which kind of is a bad situation sometimes, but the jump I make, I can't even believe I make it. Might not look like anything on the video, but man, it was freaking hard. Like, my heart was racing. I did not think I was going to make the jump. So I made this big jump onto this little itty bitty paper thin wall that's about maybe the size of one person to fit on sideways. I can't even believe I made this jump. I don't even know why I would. After this glitch, once you're this far, you don't want to take any risks because it's really hard. But I listened to my friend like an idiot, but I actually managed to pull it off somehow. It's actually quite cool. I ended up trying to make it here because I also realized that I was running out of time. Like, this care package, I was on it for a while. And, like, it was going to disappear soon because the care packages only last a minute and 30 seconds exactly. So I ended up making this jump right here. I can't believe I actually pulled that off because it's like a really small wall. And from here, I was going to get attacked, but I really didn't want to waste any more care badges because I wasted a lot on here, and we still had like 4 secret rooms to go, plus getting inside this other area we have to care badge hop to. So I really didn't want to waste care badges getting an ammo, so I felt like doing it all in one go. You can go along both of these walls as well as one part of the building I'm going to be showing you here in a second. But it is a very cool wall. A lot of people posted when we first found this saying that, like, what's the point of going all the way up this wall? We're just extremists, I guess you could say, on glitching. We like to do everything that's absolutely possible, and we're pretty determined. We hate leaving anything behind. So we try to do everything we possibly can. It's just kind of our attitude towards glitching always. But, that's why it's hard for me to do, like, glitching tryouts, because when I look for someone for glitching, I don't really look for how good they're at glitching, because no matter how good you are at glitching doesn't mean you can find anything. I look for people who are creative, determined, and patient basically is what the main key aspects I look for. Because if you don't have those, you can't really find glitching because you're not determined enough to keep going at something, and you're not creative enough to actually find something. So when I do tryouts, usually I actually just play with someone for a while, and then I see how they work when they're glitching, so I kind of get an idea of how they approach glitching, how they try to think of things, how they're like kind of like their mind works finding glitches. That's how I do it. Because no matter what, I don't care how well you're good at glitching. Like, obviously there's always going to be people that are like better at certain aspects, which is always nice and all. You need someone who's decent at glitching, but you don't need someone who's like awesome at every glitch but can't find anything. We need someone who can find something. That's the main part that we need. And I'm just saying that. But over here, make a stack. It's not really important if you guys don't really want to do this. Don't have to. I'm just showing you that you can get on top of this little archway. Normally, archway kind of like a pillar. Like, you kind of have to like hook around there. Okay, no, you jump on this pillar. Only the pillars are real. You can jump over to the other pillar, but that is about it. You cannot jump over to the other one. Always be careful taking a bottom care badge in a stack when you're trying to climb it. I think I took one at the beginning when I was getting inside that secret room. Be very careful doing that because usually the care package does not stay stable. It keeps shaking and usually ends up falling or disappearing. So if it shakes for too long, it ends up disappearing. But right here, hook around. You can't just follow the edge, you kind of have to hook around. You have to hop on care badges. There is a barrier here where the care badges will land on. So as long as you throw the care badges, they will land on land, even though the land looks a bit sketchy right now with its huge slant. But do not worry about that. It is okay to actually jump to. So just hop on over to it, and you kind of work your way down here, and I'll show you this little area down here, which is quite close to death barrier, so there's not much you can go down here. Well, there's a decent amount of space, I'd have to say. But it's not like massive area. If you're looking for the most massive area that's not found yet by any glitch clan, go to Stadium and go past the ocean out there. There's a huge, vast, huge piece of concrete outside the map. I'll probably mention it when we get to Stadium, but we have never been able to actually get to it. The reason is because almost every area that we've tried approaching it, the care packages will not land on the ground. It is almost impossible to reach to it. But it is probably the most biggest area left on Black Ops. That's actually like a big, massive area left to go. But over here, as you can see, there's quite a bit of real ground. And basically, the real ground starts right at the corner of this wall. You can hop all around here. Don't go towards the dock way out there near the truck. You will die as soon as you get to the bottom of the hill here. Just because of the death barrier, it's kind of at a certain height and it kind of maintains throughout the whole game. But now we're going back inside the map near the pool. We're going to get in 2 secret rooms from this spot. It all depends on which direction we knife from. If we knife in one direction, because care package breaching is really based on angle sometimes. Like where you actually knife someone is basically the direction that you're going to actually go into. So first off, I'm getting inside the huge area, not a secret room, just an area I guess you could call it. You can call it a secret room, but I like to call it more of an area because you're not really boxed in with a roof at all. It's kind of like more open. Room I would say like it's a 4-wall kind of thing. So here we go, got a nice slanted care package as always. So now I want to go behind me, so I'm going to knife someone to the right of me right now. And I should pop in this direction. If you want to go into the secret room, you need to knife the other direction, which I'll be showing you in a second. And here you can get on top of this small wall in here. I'll make a stack really quickly here, just to show you. All you need is a 3 stack, nothing too big. Pretty simple. The biggest stack that you guys are ever going to have to make in terms of glitching is probably going to be when I come across Stadium. You're going to need to make about a 12 to 13 stack to actually get on top of this roof inside the hockey rink area. That's the only time I've ever made the biggest stack, and you basically you can't allow any care packages to fail at that point. You can make higher stacks. Like you can probably make like a 16 stack, but you need to be climbing it as fast as you can. Otherwise, I think it's going to disappear in like no time at all. It all depends on how close the care badge helicopters are on the map also. Like if they're really low, like I can almost touch a helicopter on Hazard. You guys will probably see it when I go swimming on Hazard into into this one waterfall. Very funny. Like, we wanted to find like this little, like, we saw this little waterfall outside Hazard. It's like this little dinky little freaking like fountain, I guess you could say, in this little rock formation. You can actually swim. They can barely fit 2 people in it. But outside there, you'll see a care package helicopter. It almost touches me basically because we're getting so close to it. But you end up hitting the death barrier before you hit the helicopter, unfortunately. So, but as you see here, I knifed in that direction. Now this time, you'll go through here. The room is a lot harder than the area, just because the area that you have to breach through is a lot thicker than the actual wall that I breached in before this. Like this area, you have to kind of get through the garden and the wall. It's a bit thicker to go breaching through. So it is a bit more difficult, but now we're getting inside this big, vast kind of corner area, this wall here. We actually got this pretty quickly. I just ran over from the other breach and ran over to this breach. It's kind of cool how I just ran from one spot to the other and I like instantly breached. I got lucky on some of the breaches. The only one that really sucks is that firing range stall. I can't stand that one. I hate it from now on. So I'm taking that care of it because it wasn't really helping me. But I am breaching, so I got a friend come over here. He was still over at the other glitch where I just did. And now, kind of hop on someone. Sometimes when you actually jump on someone's head, it does usually help breaching. Sometimes like try jump on someone's head or try different angles. Don't try crouching. Crouching does nothing besides screwing you over, really. Unless you're breaching to an area where it's crouchable zone, it's kind of pointless. Like kind of like the radiation one I showed you guys, how I kind of like breached under where it was actually needed to crouch because it was only a crawl space. That time you need to crouch, but any other time you usually should be standing. It doesn't change. Now this secret room, I really don't like. I just want to show you guys. Originally, the idea of finding this glitch here was getting inside the building behind me, but the building behind me was like a one-way barrier. It was kind of like you can only run forward, backwards. So instead we got inside this little vegetation area like to the right of me, which we did not ever intend on. This time when we did the glitch, we did intend on it because we knew what we were going for. Occasionally you might breach the ground here and you might land on a barrier below the map. It is very hit and miss, and you usually end up like falling kind of like to your, like on a barrier. You don't really get anywhere. You kind of just like fall onto like this random barrier. So just so you guys know that it's not always guaranteed that you're actually going to go in there. You might land on a barrier below the map, and it's kind of like a one-way barrier. You can only move forward, backwards. It's really weird. It's not even a room, so I didn't post it. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that will occasionally happen. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please subscribe.